Hi guys, how you doing? I love you. Got a book. It's called Monster Heroes. A little bit different. They're different kinds of heroes. And there are four of them. I'll introduce you. There's Mina. She's a vampire. And Mina thinks people taste like dirty socks, so beet juice is her snack of choice. Its red color has fooled her parents into thinking that she's a traditional blood-sucking vampire instead of a superhero hopeful. She has the ability to change into a bat or a mouse at will. And here's Brian. He's a zombie. Brian is the brainy one among his friends. Unlike other zombies, Brian prefers tofu to brains. No matter what sort of trouble is brewing, Brian always comes up with a plan to save the day, like a true superhero. Here's Will. He's a ghost. Will is quite shy. Luckily, he can turn invisible anytime he wants because he is a ghost. When Will is doing good deeds, he likes to remain unseen. His invisibility helps him to act brave like a real superhero. And then we have Linda, the witch. With a wave of her wand and a poetic chant, Linda can reverse any magical curse. She hopes to use her magic to help people, just like a superhero would. So in this book, there are 4 stories, one for each of them. And I'm going to read you the first one, which is about Will the Ghost. And then you can let me know, message me and let me know if you like it. And I'll do the other 3 if you do. If not, I went to the library and one of my friends who works there went in and grabbed me 8 different books when I said what I wanted. And hopefully we'll have fun with some of them. So this is The Ghost Trap. Chapter 1, Bully Ghosts. Will hurried through the crowded halls of Frankenstein Elementary. He was on his way to his computer class. As always, he was running late. He zipped around a werewolf, zoomed through an ogre, and floated over a mummy. In the classroom, Will saw Jim, Scott, and Kip. They were scary ghosts. Even though Will was a ghost, he didn't like to scare people. Will and his friends weren't like other monsters. They didn't scare people or haunt houses. His friends wanted to be superheroes and save the day. Will sat down in front of the other ghosts. As he waited for his computer to turn on, he listened to them. Here they are. A new family moved into the old Hill House, Jim said. That's the place by the cemetery, right? Scott asked. Yeah, across from Shirley Jackson's tomb, Kip added. Just then, Will's computer beeped. The other ghosts stopped talking. Will looked back. They were staring at him. Should we ask Will to join us? Jim asked. Scott shook his head no. He's a scaredy cat. Yeah, he couldn't even scare a cat either, Kip added. The 3 ghosts moaned loudly. That's what ghosts did when they thought something was funny. Well, where are you going? Will asked. To the Hill House, Scott said. Yeah, to haunt some people, Jim added. Want to come? Kip asked. No, Will whispered. He turned back to his computer. That's what I thought, Scott said. Will couldn't let the mean ghosts haunt people. He rushed to meet his friends at lunch. He knew they could help him. Oh, I'm sorry. Chapter 2, Super Monster Friends. At lunch, Will sat with his friends. Brian munched on a tofu brainwich. Mina slurped some beet juice. And Linda ate something too disgusting and smelly to describe. Will told them about Jim, Scott, and Kip. I have a hard time saying those 3. I want to say Skip and Kim and weird things. Anyway, they want to scare the people who moved into the old Hill House, Will said, and they're going to do it soon. We can't let them do that, Linda said. We need a plan, Brian said. His friends thought and ate. Then they ate some more and thought some more. What are ghosts afraid of? Brian asked. They're all thinking hard. I'll have you know this is the second time I've recorded this. The first time I did it without sound. People laughter, Will said. What? Linda said in surprise. No way, Mina shouted. Like chuckles and giggles? Brian asked. Will nodded. He said ghosts like to scare people to hear them shout and scream, but when people laugh, they sound creepy. Ghosts think that's scary. That's so weird, but it does give me an idea, Brian said. The friends leaned in as Brian told them his plan. As always, Brian came up with the perfect idea. That afternoon, the friends met at their secret hideout. It was a tree house high up in the branches of a big oak tree. The tree grew in the middle of the cemetery. Are you sure the plan will work? Will asked. He was nervous. He didn't want to make the mean ghost mad. Brian lumbered over to Will. He put an arm around the ghost. Excuse me. Don't worry, Brian said. It will definitely make people laugh. Chapter 3, Socks and Underpants. The friends headed over to the old Hill House and hid. A few minutes later, they saw Jim, Scott, and Kip. Are you ready, Will? Brian whispered. Will nodded and then floated over to the mean ghosts. Can I join you? Will asked. The more the scarier, Scott moaned. The ghosts floated through one of the walls in the house. Once they were out of sight, Will's friends went into action. Poof! Mina changed into a bat. She flew through a window into the laundry room. Brian lumbered over to the door. He got ready to push the doorbell. Linda waved her wand. She chanted, creakety creak. Sound asleep until you hear the ding-a-ling of the doorbell ring. Then she cast her spell. Bam! Looks like they're all asleep to me. And snoring. All those Z's. Inside the house, the people fell asleep and snored loudly. Ahoo! Jim groaned. Booga, booga, booga! Scott shouted. Eee! Kip screeched. That was fun. No one in the house stirred. All the ghosts could hear were people snoring in the rooms above. Will floated over to where Mina was hiding in the laundry room. He grabbed a basket of dirty socks and underpants that Mina had found. Try putting these on, Will said to the mean ghost. It will be really scary. Just then, the doorbell rang, and the people woke up. At the top of the stairs stood a boy and a girl. Jim, Scott, and Kip turned to scare the kids, but ghosts are invisible. All the kids saw were socks and underpants floating in the air. Their eyes are awful big. The kids giggled and chuckled and snorted with laughter. Oh no, Jim shouted, not laughing. Ah! Scott screamed. People laughter is so scary. Let's get out of here, Kip yelled. The ghost dashed through a wall and disappeared into the night. Will joined his friends at the front door. Just like superheroes. We saved the day, Linda said. We sure did. Now let's get out of here, Brian said. This place is seriously creepy. And that is the end of Will. Well, it's the end of his story. And the next one is Vampires and Veggies. So let me know if you like it, and I'll go on with the next chapter. If not, I'll try a different book. I love you. Bye.